from Dikshit. Can I have your introduction?
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
I was working as a freelance full stack developer till now. So, I'm planning to switch my career into data science. That's why I joined this course. So,
Okay.
I'm from Ajmer, Rajasthan.
Okay. Anu.
Uh, Hi sir, myself Anup Joshi. I'm working as a senior project engineer in Sahyadri Farms Post Harvester Limited in Nasik, which is a food processing industry. And my
Okay.
native is Nasik, Maharashtra.
Mhm. Hmm. Parth Bhatt.
Hi, good afternoon, all. This is Parth Bhatt. I'm working as a senior group leader in one of the pharmaceutical firm in Bangalore, and I joined this course to get a perspective on this Power BI, so that it can help me build up my presentation and my working day-to-day working in a better way. So just to learn this tool, I have joined this course. Hi to everyone. Yeah.
Okay. That's great, Parth. Aman.
Yeah, hi Sachin, and hello everyone. My name is Aman. My full name is actually Sheikh Amanullah, but I shortly spell it as Aman. And I am currently working with one of the organization which is Wipro, and I'm associated with a team which is a learning and development team. And here I am to learn more about Power BI, which is definitely going to help me in my longer term goals and objectives. Thank you.
Yes, that's great. Jay Shri.
Yeah, hello everyone. Currently I am working with the business intelligence tool called as OBI, that is Oracle Business Intelligence. So this Power BI is one of the another reporting tool that I would be interested in working in. And yeah, I am from Mumbai.
Okay. Amit.
Yeah, hello, sir. Good evening to all of us. Hi, I'm Amit Zado. I'm working in Acme Tools as a project manager. I joined this course to learn Power BI for my business perspective, and I am from Sangli, Maharashtra.
Okay. So let's have the first introduction part from my side. You guys can see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Great.
Yes.
Great.
Yes, you can see.
Just wait. Okay. So now can you see the PPT as well? So here we have Power BI
Yeah.
overview.
Yes.
Okay, so first we will have introduction part of this Power BI, then we will have then next part. So what are the different applications of Power BI and why we are using Power BI at very large scale? So in companies, in IT companies, in different case studies we are having. So first, this is very booming industry. This is very booming tool for all kind of case studies like cloud-based model and real-time dashboards and means we have more and more means more and more tools and more companies are moving towards cloud-based. So what do I mean with cloud? Means like AWS, Amazon Web Cloud, uh, Google Cloud is there, and then we have multiple clouds platforms are there, and then we are having this tool. Microsoft Azure also is one of the biggest and giant in this field. So we are having this base tool for data prediction, and then we are going to predict analysis and work education part and all these things. And why Power BI traditional AI tools? So we have other tools also like SQL. We have SQL Server. We have other tools like SRS. All so many code-based tools are there like Python. If you are having any idea regarding Python, so that's our command-based tool. We have like structure-based tool. Functionality is there, but in Power BI we have less coding, less formulae, less architecture, more and more drag and drop tools are there, more and more supporting arguments are there, and we are going to invest in the same pace in the same field. Now, as far as SQL and Excel, Oracle, others extraction tools are there, we are going to extract the data from different resources. What do I mean by resources? Different resources, we have resource like image, videos, audio, we have commands, we have structured data, we have unstructured data, and so this is very, I mean, very most of the times interviewer ask tremendously that what is the differentiation between structured data and unstructured data. So structured data means we have tabular data set, right? Unstructured data means we don't have in the same format. Like we have text, we have commands, we have hashtags in Twitter, in LinkedIn, in different social media. So we have images, we have audio. So these are in kind of unstructured data. And on the other hand, we have structured data also like tabular format. So we need to extract. So the I mean uh, dedicated persons are there, employees are there, entire team is there to handle such kind of process extraction from different resources, transform this data and loading to the dashboard for certain transformation and leading and getting information from the same. Now, benefits of Power BI, we have so many benefits in each industry, either it is FMCG or it is in medical field or it is in the civil area, mechanical area. It's not having be in the domain of computer science and engineering itself. Now we have in marketing tools, in management, in IT, everywhere we have uh, marketing intelligence and prediction part, right? And challenges, so many challenges are there. So we have old boring charts. Excel had old boring charts, it had so many restrictions are there. But in Power BI we have much interesting tools, interaction and demographic for the basics. So we will be dealing in the upcoming videos, in upcoming sessions, in coming classes. We will be dealing machine learning part, how we are going to predict the certain aspect, how we are going to predict the data on the basis of given criteria, how we can customize, how can we can give the profit and this one loss for the given company, how we can project, and how we can depict the entire area. So keeping in mind that Power BI is having different components. So apart from this, we have cloud-based component also. So we have Power View, we have Power Pivot. One by one, we will explore each one of these. We will illustrate Power Map also, Power Query, Power Pivot, what is the Power View, and more ideas you will have from other resources and other means learning part also. How Power BI works? First, we have aggregate. As I stated, that we have gathered the data from different resources, right? We have gathered the unstructured data, we have gathered structured data. Now you understand these technical terms. What is the structured data, what is unstructured data? Unstructured data in the format of image, video, hashtag, which is not in the tabular format, but where we have rows and column, that will be called structured data. So we are going to aggregate all these different resources in a single pipeline. Then we are going to analyze. What do we mean by analyze? Do we have profit for the certain customer experience or not? Do we have prone area to sell the particular company or not? We are having that kind of objective. Then we are going to visualize in front of the different higher team, management team, or any manager or any CEO or any vice chancellor, wherever we want to visualize. It might be visualized on website also, it might be visualized on different platforms, online tools also. Then we can share, etc. So we are going to explore Power BI here, not Tableau. Tableau is one of the means competitor of this Power BI, but means market is for Power BI is more, because it's a it's a defined by Microsoft, and you know the market for Microsoft is very large for entire world. So we are having more illustration part for Power BI. So we will be exploring here, and then we can have. So any other doubt if you having as of now? This was the introduction just for the Power BI, why we need Power BI and all. Any one of you having any doubt? Oh, now you can see the screen.
Yes, Sachin, we can see the screen.
Okay, so this was the first, what is Power BI, and when we have self-learning tool, you can see the PPT now. So these are the different SQL, MS SQL, and other tools I was talking about. Why Power BI or traditional business intelligence tool, they were difficult to use because they are involving Python kind of coding, C, C++, Java, somewhere very intense codings are there. But in Power BI, we have drag and drop. So I was talking about extraction part from the different resources, unstructured and structured data. We come up and integrate all in a single point and then report to the manager. Then we have benefits of Power BI for so how to gain the customer behavior, how to gain the established goal, market intelligence, and all. And these are challenges, and we will be discussing about machine learning and analytics, how to predict for certain value, and we are going to explore components inside Power BI, like cloud-based Power BI, like desktop version of Power BI, view how to check out Pivot, and so on. Then we have certain steps: aggregate, analyze, visualize, and sharing. So aggregating and analyze, visualization, and sharing for the different aspects. And we can have the means different comparison between Tableau and Power BI. Who is the market leader? Anyone can have idea about who is the means originated company for this Tableau? Power BI has been issued or generated by Microsoft. Anyone is having idea about Tableau?
No, sir.
Okay. So if we are having comparison between Tableau and Power BI, we have large scale of customers in the market. Like Microsoft is one of the different aspects, right? So when we have Tableau, so Tableau desktop version again, so it's having different aspects and different share, like Tableau, and we can understand the particular area and particular format, right? So Salesforce, can you see the Salesforce here? So Salesforce having so many functions and so many brand tools, products for services and depiction and all these things. So like Slack, and if you guys are using in the industry part of, in the domain of industry, they are not using WhatsApp or Facebook locally. Entirely they have moved towards Slack platform. So Slack is also part of Salesforce. So this is not that kind of means tool, famous that kind of tool, but Power BI has been generated by Microsoft. So we can have better perception, better interaction part, and cognitive behavior are quite good. Supporting part is also good in the Power BI. So how to download Power BI? First and foremost, so this is the website for powerbi.microsoft.com or downloads. All right. If you are having, if you search like Power BI on Google, so you can have Power BI Microsoft. The first option, powerbi.microsoft.com, we'll explore and we find it here. All right. So this is why this platform, this website is different from this one, because it's a leading towards the download page wherever we are having uh, sign in or login. So I'm going to sign in using my credentials. Once I log in, then I'll have my stuff and all these value and all these workspace and all these whatever the uh, graphs and all these stuffs I have created over here, right? These are the different tools, right? But if you'll go to the Microsoft downloads, so it's showing download function on the left hand side. So once I'll download, so it will have desktop version. All right. So once you will download this advanced download for options, it will show like download and Microsoft Power BI desktop. You can say it's offline kind of tool, but here we need internet and all these is cloud based. Obviously, it's a web based portal, so we will be using internet itself, internet option. So, but here we are going to download this Power BI Excel and desktop XCL. Right, it depends upon your me system. If you are having 64-bit, then you can choose the first file. If we are having 32-bit, then we can choose the second one. how to check whether my desktop is 32-bit or 64. So I'll go to the my computer or this PC, right click on this properties. Inside the property, I'll have 64-bit operating system type. If you guys are having old laptop or old computer, this might be 32-bit. So in case you are having 32-bit me system, then you can go with the second one, Power BI Desktop EXE. If you are having 64-bit computer, then or newly purchased system, then we will be moving with Power BI Desktop setup underscore x64. All right. So we will download and install. All right. Once you will install the entire setup, will come with the online format. But first and foremost, let me explore this desktop option. All right. So here we are going to open the desktop version, right? How to open this? You will go to the search option. Inside the search option, you will see this link Power BI Desktop. I'll click over Power BI Desktop, and then offline version, offline platform will be open on the screen, right? It will take few seconds because it's a having it's acquiring large memory. So Power BI Desktop, I'll just close, and here I'm having first dashboard, right? So we have so many tools and so many options here to explain, right? So let me commit again. Okay, so anyone is having doubt? Very quickly, I see the anyone is having a doubt regarding installation, regarding how to get what's the difference between structured data and unstructured data, or how to uh, get the online credentials, and any doubt, I'll go with the doubt, then I'll move ahead.
Sir, we can just directly go to that Microsoft Power BI website and download it straight away, no?
Yes, and first and foremost, I want to say, kindly call me Sachin. Everyone will call with their names, right?
Yeah, sure.
All right, yeah. So, would you commit again?
सर ये डायरेक्टली डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं ना पावर बीआई वेबसाइट पे जाके?
Yes, it's a free of cost, but few means few advanced features are paid, but most of the times it's a free. All right, like most of the features are free of cost. They are available on a free version. We can download directly, means no credentials are required. No further means further ऐसा कोई उसमें वो नहीं है कि आपको माइक्रोसॉफ्ट का पेड कंपनी का ही होना चाहिए या वहाँ पे उसका ही कोई सेशन हमें लेना होगा. कोई भी इसको डाउनलोड कर सकता है, कोई भी इंस्टॉल कर सकता है.
एंड सर इज देयर एनी वे कि इसको हम मैक पे चला सकते हैं?
मैक पे चलाने का देयर वुड बी सर्टेनली देयर वुड बी ऑप्शन. Details, system requirements, just wait. I'll come with the next class. What's the option for Windows apart from Windows OS,
ओके सर.
right? I'll search like क्योंकि मैक ओएस के बहुत कम होते हैं तो I'll come with the same query.
ओके सर, थैंक यू.
Any okay? Any other query?
Yeah, so Sachin, shall we download it now just to check if we are
Yeah,
going in the
sure.
right
That
path?
that would be appreciable and remarkable if you will concurrently go with me.
Okay, okay, great.
That's a really appreciable and okay. So uh, if you are having any like should I share the link or you just got from in Google?
I got it, I got it.
Got it. Anyone who is having any issue while downloading the software, he is not getting the correct page on the Google. So kindly let me know. I'll share the link. Please repeat again installation step how to get credentials. Got it. Okay, Amit, should I explain again or you got my query? got your query?
Sir, please repeat again.
Okay, sure. So we'll go with the Google and with Power BI. We will have this Power BI data visualization. And if you want to download the desktop version, here we have two versions. First one is offline, जहाँ पे आपको इंटरनेट की जरूरत नहीं है. सेकेंड वन इज ऑनलाइन, जहाँ पे आपको क्लाउड बेस्ड अपना सारा डेटा लेके जाना है. आई विल एक्सप्लेन इन द नेक्स्ट क्लास इन अपकमिंग सेशंस. बट फर्स्ट हम डाउनलोड का देख लेते हैं, जहाँ पे हमें इंटरनेट की इतनी रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं है. सो यहाँ पर पावर बीआई का जो पेज ओपन हुआ है वो ऑनलाइन वर्जन है. आपको यहाँ पे साइन इन का ऑप्शन जो दिख रहा है, यहाँ पे साइन इन करना होगा. मेरे क्लिक करते ही साइन इन इसलिए हो गया क्योंकि मैं ऑलरेडी माइक्रोसॉफ्ट में लॉग इन हूँ, मेरा क्रेडेंशियल्स ऑलरेडी गिवन है. बट अगर आपको प्रोडक्ट्स पावर बीआई डेस्कटॉप, अगर आपको यहाँ पे पावर बीआई डेस्कटॉप देखना है, तो पावर बीआई डेस्कटॉप का जो पेज है डाउनलोड फ्री, आप इसको यहाँ पे डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं, राइट. और एक ये वाला जो पेज है, ये वाला पेज भी मैं आपको शेयर कर देता हूँ ताकि आप को यहाँ से भी डाउनलोड कर सको. So on the left hand side, we have the very first option, Microsoft Power BI Desktop. We have advanced download option. Inside the advanced download option, you will select the language and download. So once we will click on the download, we will have 64-bit and 32-bit. Two versions are there. इन दोनों में से अगर आपका 32-bit लैपटॉप है, then we will go with the second one. If we are having 64-bit and means most of the laptops are inbuilt with 64-bit memory, so we will go the first desktop, and it's very large software and very heavy software. I would say recommend 4 GB RAM and all this, right? So once we have downloaded the entire software, I am going to close all these stuff. So it will look like this. So on the right hand side, we are having three panes. We will call it panes. And with these panes, first one is called filters. Second one is visualization, where we have integrated with so many graphs. And then we have fields. Inside the fields, you will get the data. Means you can get the data from your local system or your local laptop, right? I'll click on the get data and then try to fetch different sheet, right? So as I stated, that integration of data is the challenging part. So we may have XML, JSON. I'll explore one by one. Text file, CSV. So most of the times you have seen data in the Excel sheet, but in the website format or in the web portal, data is available in comma separated value, CSV. So CSV data is used for transferring over the internet, for client and server tools, for different websites. It's a more readable for website itself. So companies are using text data or CSV data more and more in upcoming days, in nowadays. So in today's class, we are going to import Excel workbook, and we have connect option here. So we can have connect, and then I'm going to load that data. So you can see so many Excel sheets are showing here. So I can open or load any data sheet. So I'm going to load customer details and fill down customer details. I just open, and inside this customer detail, if I click on the table 2, it's showing two columns. All right. So entire uh, data glimpse. It's just introduction. It's just a window, small window for my data set. And second was customer details. Right. It's having large kind of data and showing so many columns here. So first I'm having table customer details and then load, right? It will take time because the file is very heavy. Now all the rows and the columns are just imported, and you can see on the right hand side we have customer details, right? If I click over here, it will show all the column customer ID and customer name. The another method to get the data is just go to the home tab and get the get data, and you can have Excel workbook, CSV file, same option as we had in the get data on the right hand side. Now I'm going to click over again on the Excel sheet. This time I'm going to fetch, fill down up and open, right? So it's having so many tables, table 2, this kind of data, table 1 and the example 1, and so many other tables are also here. So, so again, you just notice that here we have two options, load data and transform data. What's the difference between these two? If you click the load data, so the data will be displayed on the right hand side, and customer details and the table 1 data will be acquired on the right hand side, right? If we will have get data like CSV, okay, Excel workbook and like filled work down, and then let's say table 1 2, and now I'm going to transform data. So with these three steps, out of these three steps, in the first step I just click on the load, and now I just click on the transform data. Here we have two differentiation part. In terms of load data, it won't navigate you to this power query part. So this is the query page where we have so many analyzation and so many, like this one enter data, and it will allow to change any data or any other sources, right? But when we will have load data, it will just depict on the right hand side, no further query, further operations, further interchange, transportation part will be held inside the dashboard. So this is our dashboard, right? Now on the left hand side, you can see your entire data, right? So here we have report column, we have data, we have model itself. So we were had report, we are going to create our report using the given data set, and then we are going to integrate this table 1. Like suppose you want to see the table 1, so you just click on table 1, it will show entire data set. If you click table 1 2, it will show entire data set. Now you want to see customer details, I'll have entire data set here, right? So similarly, this is the relationship. We'll come with the relationship and how to have established between these terms and all these things. Come back to the report. We have different environment here. So any doubt as of now?
No, sir.
Okay. So if you want to check the like any means like any further part and this one, so you just click if you want to go to the query option from this data set. So when I'll go to the, I'll click on the right hand side, three buttons are there, more options, click on edit query, it will jump to the second tool, that is the query part, where we will be manipulate our rows and columns. So I'm going to close that, not now. I'm going to close Power Query Editor. That will be called Power Query Editor. Here we have Power BI Desktop. Now we can get the data from other source, like web, right? Here I'm having website version, right? So it's showing URL, uniform resource location. So if you want to check any resource, like you want to get the data from any site, let's say I'm having box mojo office, which will consist so many different data set on all, right? Suppose this is the entire value. So let's have worldwide site if it is having tabular format. So I'm going to copy this URL and paste it here and okay, right? It's going to connecting with the given website, right? In the same manner, it's showing all the tables, right? So if I click on the, so these are the HTML tables because the website contains HTML pages. If I click table one, click table two, so it's having that uh, Miglory or Switch or Blueback movies name. You can see Miglory, Switch, Blueback, and word by domestic foreign. So word by domestic. So this is my exact table. So I'll have more tables also. So this is not the relevant table. Again, I can go with the table. Same, this might be another table and so on. So it depends upon you which table you want to import from the given web page. So I'm going to again load and transform. I just explained that once we will load this table, this is the structure data. It will show on the right hand side field panes. If I'll go to the transform data, it will go to the edit query where we can manipulate entire data set, rows and columns. So as of now, I'm going to load this data set which I just inherit from the boxofficemojo.com, and you can see one more table just created here. I'll go to the edit query. Now I'm having releasing group, worldwide, foreign, and uh, whatever the columns are there, that's there, right? If now on the left hand side we have close and apply option. So what are the difference between these three? If we will have close and apply, suppose what I did, I can see these are the column name, rank, release group, worldwide, foreign, column 5 and all, right? I want to change these columns as a first row. Like you can see, first row is not the data itself, it's the column name, right? So what I do, I'll click on use first row as headers. If you'll notice, the entire data is just converted into the more fragmented form, and rank, release group, worldwide, foreign, and another terms are just switched to one label up, right? And you can see promoted headers applied steps are shown here on the right hand side, and we have that steps on the means record on the right hand side. Everything is just inbuilt here, right? This is the first change in my data set, in the original data set. If I apply this close and apply, so this change will be saved, and I'll just come back to the panel and desktop mode, right? I'm going to close and apply. It just changed and lead me to the original desktop, to the original platform, right? If I'll go to the again table format and edit query, if any other change, I'll go to the, let's say I'm having if I want to remove this column, so I'll choose the remove column. So I'm going to remove this column, let's say for example, and you can see the log, operation log is just recorded here, removed column, right? And I just click apply. So once you will apply, it will be saved but not moved to the original desktop. right? And if I close directly, this will not save the original change or the current change or the applied steps, and finally move to the desktop, right? So close and apply, we recommend that we should choose close and apply to save all these steps which we have applied here, and directly move to the desktop mode, right? If you want to undo that option, you will have removed columns, right? No cut G will be applied here. No cut S, no cut like in Excel sheet. If you guys have done in the Excel part in Excel sheet everywhere, so we have cut S for saving, cut G for cut Z for undo, and cut A for select all. ये सारे जो शॉर्टकट्स हैं यहाँ पे काम नहीं करते हैं. Most of the shortcuts are will not work here, right? Because here we have command base and drag and drop, right? And any doubt while having this acquiring data? Any doubt here?
No, Sachin, no doubt from you. It's just like we did a lot of step in just a quick time. So, like, are we going to do something similar again, like just to get you know, a hang of it?
uh, Means so many steps like
Like we went through a lot of steps here, so there were no doubts. It's just that once we practice, we'll get to know more about it.
yes. So as of now what I did, I just uh, so these are the simultaneous the monotonous steps. So I was doing like fetching the data. So first I fetch the data of customer details inside my table, then I table form table 1 table 2, right? So first format of the data was Excel sheet, right? And second data was this one. uh, there were two methods explained by me as of now. Second method was data fetching from website, right? If you want to fetch any data from any tabular data from the website, you just
Hello,
paste it
Sachin.
here. Yeah, hi.
Your screen is not visible.
Screen is not visible.
Yeah,
Uh, is it visible or not?
not visible.
Yes,
Not visible.
this screen is
Okay.
visible. You are sharing the screen, but we are on the meeting window. That's the
Hmm.
Is it share now?
yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So so when I imported the web data from the website, you guys were able to see or not?
No.
Oh, okay. So should I explain again that how to uh, get the data set from the office or not? Did you get this? How to get the data from box mojo office and all?
Yes, yes, Sachin.
Okay.
Yes.
I thought कि उसके टाइम पे भी स्क्रीन शेयर नहीं थी. So in the same way we can extract the data from different website, different tools, but make sure it's a tabular data set, right? Now we have next pane, like if we have like go to the edit query, that's the addition version, and we have the next option, right? So here we have new source. You can get the data if you are working on the given data set and having that data set on everything. So what we will do, we will have to go back to the tabular format, means desktop, or fetch the data. No, here only we can get the data, Excel workspace, text file, web pages, and all. and
Hello,
we can,
Sachin.
yeah, hi.
Your PPT screen is not visible. Yeah, your stop sharing to us.
Okay. Uh, so what are you seeing as of now?
Yeah, currently it is visible, PPT screen. Just 2 minutes ago, it is not visible to us.
ओके, अभी आपको क्या दिखाई दे रहा है नाउ? व्हाट आर यू सीइंग एग्जैक्टली?
तो अभी एक्सेल शीट दिखाई दे रही है, टेबल 4.
टेबल 4, राइट?
Yeah,
सो दिस इज द पावर बीआई डेस्कटॉप,
yeah.
राइट? सो मैं इसी को जो है चेंज करके और इसमें वर्क करके दिखाई दे कर रहा हूँ,
Okay.
राइट? ओके, सो वी आर गोइंग towards home and enter data and manage parameters. So many tools are there, right? First, we have home section. Here we can get the news source, another web page, text CSV, SQL server. If you want to connect the SQL server and all. If you want to create new column, then we have enter data, enter column. Let's say 2, and let's say 4, and let's say this is serial number. If I want to add new column here, so I want to have city. Let's say city Delhi and another city, right? So this column has been created, right? Serial number and city. But we don't have that option key. We just selected the row and delete or backspace, it won't delete. For this, we have separate columns and separate tools, right? So first we have this one, data source setting. So what's the data source setting? Data source setting where I am getting my data. So my file, customer details, right? If you will change the source or you will change the entire source of the data, so it will show error. Let me show it again. My data set in the local PC. So it's here inside this folder for the desktop. Suppose, yes, for query. Suppose I deleted this data set and paste it somewhere else, right? Data source, close, and customer details, right? Can you see the error? This one, red line.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this is because of we change the source. So Power BI query inside the online tutorial, we just change the entire area or entire file set. So directly this customer details is acquiring my data in the relevant field. So it won't get any kind of changes if you will change the original path or original field of the entire file. So how we can set that field? We can go to the entire data source setting, and we can have the change resource, and change resource will ask to browse your file again. From the browse option, I'll have that query option and whatever the file is there, and then it will set up for the same. Suppose delete file is there, I'll set up for open. So now this will have relevant option. So this is the only way we can set the different locations inside the local PC, like local all the versions, right? So commit again, X, right? Go to the data source setting and change the source again. Now it will browse the file. So I'll go to the original path and customer detail with the relevant field and close the option, right? Now the next option we can have refresh review, like how to refresh the preview and how to refresh the entire file if it is been updated anyhow or by a colleague or by anyone, right? If you go to the manage section, like go to the manage, we have three options: delete, duplicate, and reference, right? If you want to delete the entire table, so you will find the same option inside here, drop down menu: delete, rename, and duplicate reference, right? If you delete the table, it will ask to delete query and it will just goes off from the given desktop. And if you will have duplicate option, like duplicate this table, it will have the next replica of the same file. We will have all the applied steps in the same format and we will have same query over here, right? I'm going to delete that option and then we will have next. If you want to rename this file, you can have rename option. If you want to this one a reference, so we will come again with the reference option and the different section how to reference with the another table and all, right? Any doubt as of now? Okay, so can we have 5 minutes break? Okay, so after 5 minutes break we will come and I recommend that you just install all these all this and specific software so that we can move with the data set itself.
या सचिन, सॉरी टू डिस्टर्ब यू।
Yeah.
मैं ये पूछ रहा था कि वो माइक्रोसॉफ्ट में जब अकाउंट क्रिएट कर रहा है तो वो पर्सनल ईमेल नहीं ले रहा है।
पर्सनल ईमेल नहीं दे रहा है।
हाँ।
ओके, तो आपके पास कोई वर्क या ऑफिस का कोई है ईमेल?
हाँ, वो फिर वही यूज करें या और कोई ऑप्शन है?
वही यूज करके देख लो एज ऑफ नाउ, लेकिन ले लेता है। या ऐसा होता है कभी कभी आपने पर्सनल से ऑलरेडी बनाया हुआ है ना, तो वो उसका वो मांगता है पासवर्ड
हाँ,
और
नहीं,
यूजर
वो ये
नेम।
कह रहा है यू कांट साइन इन विद योर पर्सनल अकाउंट, यूज एनी प्रोफेशनल और वर्क ईमेल।
तब तब फिर आपको प्रोफेशनल पे ही जाना होगा, लेकिन आपने डेस्कटॉप को वो कर लिया, डेस्कटॉप को इंस्टॉल
हाँ
कर
हाँ,
दिया?
इंस्टॉल कर लिया।
ओके, इंस्टॉल होके जो जैसे मेरा पोर्टल आ रहा था वैसे पोर्टल आ रहा है
हाँ
आपका?
हाँ।
तो आपको फिर साइन इन की अभी रिक्वायरमेंट है?
नहीं, अभी तो
अभी नहीं है
हाँ
आपको, है ना? अभी आप डेटा फेच कर पा रहे हो उसमें, मतलब एक्सपोर्ट इंपोर्ट कर पा रहे हो?
हाँ, डेटा फेच हो रहा है।
हाँ, तो अभी आपको अभी मतलब शुरू के इनिशियल क्लासेस में अभी जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी। जब हम इस डेटा को क्लाउड पे लेके जाएंगे, जब हम अपने ऑनलाइन वर्जन पे लेके जाएंगे, तब हमें लॉगिन और उसकी जरूरत पड़ती है,
ठीक है।
राइट? तो अभी इनिशियल फेज के जो भी ऑफलाइन के ऑपरेशंस हैं, हर ऑपरेशंस ऑफलाइन हो सकता है, एवरीथिंग कैन बी डन इन ऑफलाइन मोड, बट दिक्कत क्या है, मैं आपको ये भी नहीं बोलूंगा कि आप ऑनलाइन पे मत जाओ, बट व्हाट्स द प्रॉब्लम हियर, वी मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल आर डूइंग वर्क फ्रॉम होम। सो वर्क फ्रॉम होम में क्या है, वी विल हैव टू शेयर आवर शीट टू आवर मैनेजर, राइट, वी हैव टू शेयर टू ऐप, पावर ऐप, हम फ्यूचर में पावर ऐप भी क्रिएट करेंगे, तो वहां पर हमें ऑनलाइन वर्जन चाहिए होगा, एंड इन दैट केस वी विल बी नीडिंग credentials for this year,
Okay, thank you.
right? So we will have 5 minutes break. I'll come again. Yeah, hi. Am I audible?
Yes, Sachin.
Okay,
Yes.
great. So, any installation issue, if you guys having?
Sachin, one question. We have installed this Power BI desktop. So the what about the data sets, the Excels which you have shown, customer details and those? So we are supposed to take the same Excel, or if yes, then where to get those?
Okay, so do you have credentials for EduShore anywhere, portal or any online
I've not tried
EduShore
yet.
team has shared?
Let me check my mail if there is one. No, I've just got this invite of it
Okay,
from Edisha.
certainly I'll ask the team to share the portal or the entire data set, this recording, PPT, everything will be shared post this class,
Acha. Okay.
right?
Okay. So we are not supposed to do anything right now. I mean, we just
Uh,
concentrating on what you would be
okay,
saying, right?
okay,
I mean,
let me check if I can share the sheet. Um, we don't have any option to share in this Geo Meet. I don't think we don't have
okay, okay.
any option to share.
Sure.
Okay, so I'll ask the team to share the dataset prior the Me's class, so that concurrently you can have practice for the same.
Okay, no problem.
Right?
Thanks.
That would be appreciable. Right. So as of now, uh, I had export two tables using two methods. First, the data from the home table, and on the right hand side, field panes. These are called panes. Visualization panes, we will come again. Filter panes, which is having three parts here. But inside the customer tables, we are having edit query. And once we will move to the edit query, it will depict entire rows and columns. So in the customer details and all, we have only two columns, right? So what about the Excel sheet? So Excel sheet, suppose I'm having this filled down up, and then having this data, right? So so many random data is there, right? So if you'll see, check that eraser, pencil, 5 6 Sachin is here. It's written over here, and moving towards the same data, you will find Sachin, eraser, 5 6, and the same tape, same rows and same values are showing in the Power Query editor. So here two names are means given: Power Query editor and Power Query desktop. So when I move to the fill down option and having this, like this one, any Delhi or any other city name, or alter my data. So I'll go to the data and just save it here using codes S, and inside the data I'll file from table range. So from table oblique range, so it will show the relevant values, right? I can have the same data set, right? I'll go to the file and refresh preview. Can you see the edited values are depicting here. So I'm having that kind of glimpse inside the values, right? So going back to the this one, automate. I'm having this. If you find the any transform data and so on, so we will have that query for the same. Now, given to the given customer details, we are having that the third column, right? Inside the third column, we can have different modules. Like suppose inside the customer ID, I want to split into two parts. So I'll go to the choose column select choose column, it will select the column which I want to select, right? If you want to select the second and third, so it will have second and third, right? And rest will be removed. So I am going to undo that option. Suppose I want to select go to column, I want to just jump to the relevant columns. Let's say second last column. So I don't need to scroll side, scroll right, scroll right again and again. Power BI is giving option to jump to the relevant column. I'll go to the column 20, that is second last option, and that will have the current column location. Similarly, I'll have to remove that column. So here I am having so many options to remove the relevant values. First one is remove column. So the column which we have selected earlier will be removed. All right. If you will select this column, currently my location is at first column, so it will remove that column. Remove columns. It will remove customer ID. I'm going to undo that applied steps and then having another option. Suppose I want to remove other columns. Keep customer ID as it is. So selecting the customer ID and remove other columns. So inside the table tabular format, it will keep the first column as it is, but remove other columns. So I'm going to remove other columns and have that entire glimpse. So this is how we can remove the data set, right? Another thing we have that split columns, right? So inside the split, we have so many options here. The wonderful and the tremendous things here is by delimiter. So inside the delimiter, it's asking to the relevant option. Like if I select the customer ID and go to the split column, so it will ask by delimiter, right? So using the same column, it just analyze that what kind of operators are existing in my column. Here I am having a hyphen after each two characters, MC that hyphen, PC that hyphen. So it just detected by the software or the compiler that I am having that kind of operator inside these in between these columns, right? So each occurrence in the delimiter or the leftmost delimiter I want to remove. So I'm going to choose that leftmost delimiter and click OK. It will split the entire column with the same operator. So now my first two characters are here and last digits are separated into these different columns. Similarly, I want to change the customer name, first name and second name in a different columns. What I'll do, I'll go to the split column again by delimiter. I'll go to the it just automatically analyze that a space is there in between two strings. So using the space from the leftmost or I just click on OK, it will have first name and the second name separately. So we don't need to uh, maybe separate manually that which is the first name, which is the second name column, right? The another thing in the second column is by delimiter with the another options like instead of comma, we have equal sign, semicolon, tab, or custom. You may have custom also, like you may have any space. So we will have just single space. It will segregate the values for the same. We can have a split column by number of characters. I want to split using first dimensions like Mr., Mrs., Doctor, and so on by their designation. So what I'll do, I'll just write the character 2. So once as if like suppose repeatedly, right? So it will split all the first character, two character in a different column, right? I'm going to undo that option, split by position and so on. So split column by number of characters again, once as left as less possible. So on the left, it will select first two character and keep remain the rest of the characters. Like inside the Bharti, it's consisting BH and ARTI in the separate column. PA, Pamela, in the second column, it's having rest of the values and all. So this is how we can split the entire column. I can undo all the option, right? Similarly, we can split by digits, by their lowercase, uppercase, and so on, right? Any doubt? Any doubt if inside the split column, remove columns?
So, Sachin, so if I have understood correctly, so first in the Power BI table, we import the data or we fetch the data, and from there, like if there is customer details, table one, table two, we edit it, and then we get into the Power Query editor, and from there we choose columns, remove columns, and that is what we are doing it over here.
Yes, because inside the I'm going to save this Power Query editor. Inside
Uh-huh.
the desktop version or the online version, we
Uh-huh.
cannot alter any data. Suppose आपको कोई कॉलम डिलीट करना है, आपको कोई रो
Okay.
डिलीट करना है, आपको
Mhm.
मिस्टर सचिन में से मिस्टर सेपरेट करना है, सचिन सेपरेट करना है. We cannot do transform the data on this platform.
On Power BI. Okay.
Like Power BI having different sections itself. First, जो ये जो dashboard है, this is called dashboard, right? Where we
Okay.
will
Mm.
import all these graphs in upcoming sessions and all. So
Uh-huh.
in dashboards में हमें ग्राफ बनाना है, we will plot it here. लेकिन अगर डेटा सेट के अंदर कोई फिल्टरिंग करनी है, then we will have to move to the edit query.
Yeah. Okay. And
आप
then
देखो,
from the. Hmm.
यस, आप देखो अगर आप चाहते हो कि यहाँ पे ये सारा वैल्यू वन से रिप्लेस हो जाए, सो व्हाट आई विल डू, आई विल गो टू दी लाइक दिस वन, रिमूव और रिमूव कॉलम और फिल विद डाउन और रिप्लेस एरर चेंज टाइप, कोई भी वैल्यू लाइक फिल हमें करना है, तो वो सारी वैल्यू हमें यहाँ पे हो जाए, राइट? तो यहाँ पे देखो
Hmm.
कोई भी डेटा एडिट करने का ऑप्शन नहीं आ रहा है, राइट? जैसे एक्सेल शीट में हम क्या करते हैं, इस पर डबल क्लिक करा हमें और हमें वो एडिट करने का ऑप्शन दे दिया उसने,
Correct. Hmm.
बट और उसने जैसे ही हमने देखिए 80 पे करा, मैंने डिलीट करने का ऑप्शन दे दिया, उसने कर दिया डिलीट, राइट?
Hmm.
मैंने
Hmm.
यहाँ पे इसकी रो सेलेक्ट करी और ये रोज को जैसे ही इसने करा और यहाँ मैंने डिलीट करा, माई रोज इज जस्ट डिलीटेड. पावर
Okay.
क्वेरी
Yeah.
में ये सारी चीजें है ही नहीं.
Hmm.
You can select the row but you cannot delete. You can
Hmm.
select the column but you cannot delete, right? You can double click over the column 3 or anywhere inside the matrix or the pixel value, but you cannot edit there. आप देख रहे हैं ना, मैं भारती गोयल पे क्लिक कर रहा हूँ बट यहाँ पे एडिट करने का ऑप्शन नहीं आ रहा है मेरे को,
Okay. Hmm.
राइट?
Acha.
बट राइट, बट जैसे यहाँ पे कुछ भी है उसका ऑप्शन नहीं आ रहा है, राइट? बट in the same page आई एम हैविंग रिप्लेस वैल्यूज. कोई मुझे ऑल्टर करना है तो उसके लिए मुझे पर्टिकुलर डेक्स ऑपरेशन परफॉर्म करना होगा.
Okay.
आर यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? जैसे मान लीजिए मैं यहीं पे गया, राइट, और यहाँ पे लेट्स से ट्रांसफॉर्म करके मुझे करना है सारे के सारे अपर केस में करना है, राइट? सो दिस इज हाउ आई एम डन, राइट? ये
Okay.
अपर केस
Okay.
में हो गया, राइट? तो
Hmm.
अपर केस की वैल्यू यहाँ पर ही चेंज होगी, वहां पर जो पैनल है डैशबोर्ड का वहां पर नहीं होगी,
Okay. Okay.
राइट?
Right. Got it. Yeah.
Now, moving ahead, we can have defined, if I'll find like, uh, if we'll have choose type, like change type, right? सो इफ यू विल जस्ट, अगर आपने किसी ने टैबलो पे या कभी देखा हो, तो टैबलो में भी क्या होता है, यहाँ पे एक ऑप्शन आता है, वी हैव दिस स्मॉल ऑप्शन, कैन यू सी दिस स्मॉल ए बी सी 1 2 3 ए बी सी 1 2 3, राइट? इफ आई गो टू दी another table, can you see 1 2 3 here? Yes, A B C one
Yes.
two three, right? So
And then uh, is this 1 2 3 ABC? It comes because the there are numbers and there are letters, alphabets. It is because of that.
100% correct. Power
Okay.
BI automatically detects the respective data type for the column itself, right? हमें वो एनालाइज करने की, जैसे पाइथन में क्या होता है वहाँ पे भी वो होता है, लेकिन कुछ कोडिंग लैंग्वेज या कुछ एक्सेल शीट में भी नहीं कहीं वो ये दिखाता है कि डेटा कॉलम का टाइप क्या है। तो यहाँ
Hmm.
पर वी हैव ऑटोमेटिकली डिटेक्टिंग द डेटा टाइप. So we are going to change the data type as per our choice. Suppose by mistake it's detecting means character, but here we have integer values. So we can click over the column, right click. We have drop down menu. Inside the drop down, we can change the type. It's showing all kind of texts, and we will be using all in upcoming classes. We will be using date time, date, data time, zone, duration, percentage also, right? Suppose यहाँ पर ABC है, right? And this is about the money, and this is because of dollar sign. So we, what we will do, and we as a data scientist or data means handler, I know what should I do. I just go to the split column by delimiter, and you can see it's automatically detecting you want to split with the dollar itself. Yes, that's my need. So I want to split with leftmost delimiter. I'll go to the OK, and then it's split it, right? So I can remove this column and go to the select and go to the remove column, right? Now you can see this has been changed from the ABC. Now it's 1 2 3 because this is money and integer or float value, right? Any other doubt?
No, Sachin, none from my end. Just
Again,
one last thing. How did you get those customer details, table one, table two, table four, into that Power BI? Like, how did we fetch it?
go to the desktop. This would be the first interaction part, and
Huh?
inside the interaction we will have that get data.
Okay, okay, got it.
There are two ways to fetch the data from local PC. First one is get data over here. Get data. You will choose your choice कि आप एक्सेल शीट सेलेक्ट करना चाहते हैं या txt फाइल या वेब सोर्स, या or we can choose from the field pane. So from the field pane itself you can select the data set,
ओके,
right?
इन द फील्ड पेन आपके सिस्टम में जितने भी फाइल्स है वो रिफ्लेक्ट करेंगे क्या वहाँ पे?
Yes, yes. In the field
ओके,
pane, we can have all the, like if you will have all the data set. Currently जितने भी इस डैशबोर्ड में डेटा सेट चल रहे हैं उनको मैं प्ले अराउंड कर रहा हूँ, वो सब यहाँ पे शो होंगे.
गॉट इट, गॉट इट.
I
थैंक
am
यू
going
सचिन.
to fetch again one more Excel sheet, that is Superstore data. So this Superstore data consisting so many sheets. So it's my choice what kind of data. So first one is customer and second one is order, right? You can see the order sheet here, right? So again, having said, load and transform data is two different things. When you click over load, it will move to the, okay. So कस्टमर और ऑर्डर्स क्या है, अगर कस्टमर ऑर्डर हम इसकी सुपर स्टेट डेटा की एक्सेल शीट को ओपन करें, then we will have two sheets inside the same Excel sheet, or more than one sheets we may have, right? here the big data sheets is here. So you can see this is my order. Can you see the order and customer table? Two sheets are consisting inside the superstore data Excel format, right? तो ये जो दोनों शीट्स हैं वो वहाँ पे इट्स आस्किंग माय चॉइस, you want to export, you want to import order sheet or customer sheet. So it's asking that kind of choice. So it's my choice, I want to import orders or customers. So as of now I want to load the first sheet. All right, I'm going to, not now. Now can you see orders table here? Now I want to switch to the query mode. I'll go to the right three buttons over here,
And
go
then
to the
edit.
edit query, and now I can alter my data set. I can split, I can remove columns, I can change. Now you can see the data means like date column is having date format. It's neither it is ABC nor 123 nor any spelling, any other format, but it's having order date. Automatically
Yeah.
diagnose the type of the relevant column. Similarly, ship date, ship mode, customer ID, segment, and everything, country, everything it just diagnose using sales, right? Now we have table 1, table 2, and table 3, right? Again, I want to enter the data. I want to create fresh data. I don't need the predefined table. I want to fresh new data, right? So what I'll do, I'll go to the roll number, and let's say this is having
Sachin, where did you click to get this create table?
enter data. Can you see
Enter
home
it. Yeah.
and then
Okay.
enter data? So
Okay.
this is the raw data which I want to show for joins. And then let's say subject, and let's say this is having first subject, and inside the second roll number I'm going to write the second subject. Inside the roll number 3 I'm going to have first subject, and that's it, right? So if I want to rename this table, so this is the table name, and I had another data. Yes, this is the another table called city, right? If I click over city and going to the merge query, right? So inside the merge query, you will have the joins. If you guys having any information about the join, that would be benefit. Otherwise, I'm going to show using the example. So here we have first means first city means first column which I created just before, and it's asking the second column which is my second table, right? So it's the second column, right? And you can see here serial number and roll number, two are common things. I'm assuming that these two columns are same and having some common values, and I want to join over certain conditions. So when I have different kind of joins, let's say inner joins, only matching row, so it will ask again on which column you want to select. I'll click on cut, click on roll number, then it will select first serial number and roll number, will apply inner only matching rows and click OK. Go to the click OK, and then you can see my row has been depicted here. So it's showing school roll number, school subject. That's the common value in between these two tables. And this is very tiny example to show just the functionality over the join over two tables. If I'll show very large table, you won't have that kind of image in part. So this is the only reason I created two tables, two very small tables. Iota truth of the table is there, and then join these two tables. So what was my method? I just I just expanded again. Yes. So merge query. So this is my original table city. Go to the merge query and serial number and select the second table first and pressing cut control button and then roll number and then left outer join. So in the left outer join, it's explaining itself all from the first matching from the second. So it will show 2, 4 and respective to English, right? Because the second column having only first one row matching with the first column. So it will having left outer zone and click OK. If OK, then you will see left join perform. So it's showing first two row is all the left column values and right matching joins, right? Is it clear to all of you, or should I explain again? Hello?
Yes, Sachin, it's clear.
Uh, yes. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see the screen now.
Previously it was not shown.
It might be for couple of seconds. It went to the
Oh,
meeting window, but now we are on the screen.
okay, sure. So we had joined two values, right? Similarly, we can uh, go to the customer tables, then let's say orders. We can have the sorted values. If I'll go to the profit, and you can see 1.2, but rest of the values are showing with the 1, 2, 3. So what's the difference between 1, 2, 3 and 1.2? Here we have float values, right? 1.2 for the float values. So here I'm going to sort the numbers, right? Let's say remove, change type, transform, move. It will sort. Yes, here we are having sort value, right? So going to sort rows, transform, change type, replace values. Okay, so we will come again. Replace values. Suppose I want to replace values to find. Suppose it's having 6.03 or the relevant respective value I want to change. Okay, come back here. Suppose in the subcategory I want to replace something with the replace values. So suppose wherever it is written chairs, I want to replace with some values. Replace with some wrong value. I go with the replace value and it will replace all the chairs. You will find Delhi and everywhere it will be replaced with chairs, right? If I'll undo this option, so cross this one, it will again depict the chairs option, right? So here also you can have data type. It's showing text, decibel number, and all these other options, fixed name, data type, and not. So we can have also, right? Now we can have another value like new source, Excel sheet. If I like transpose, pivot, up till, okay, parse content. I am having this parse content, right? Sheet one and just open. right? So inside this parts table, I'm having this value. So you can see I'm okay with the first column, that is the account sum value. I'm okay with the second value, that is the date for some respective value. But what about the third and fourth values? This is called JSON. So JSON is JSON object notation, like Java specification object notification, right? So this is used for Java file, for transferring, for client and server, for website notation. Somewhere it is having dictionary format, right? And this XML is having uh, like HTML web page for their hierarchy and everything. What I can, how to convert or parse into the tabular format, right? I'll click over JSON and find the transform or any this one parse option. Can you see the transform? And here inside the parse, I'll click over the JSON. It will have this one, right? If I'll expand all, it will show all the relevant values. Now you can see salesperson ID in one column, salesperson first name in the second column, salesperson last name in the third column. We have converted JSON object into the tabular format. That is the structure data. Similarly, I'll go to the XML format, that is the last column, and I don't find any column tabular data set. So I'll go to the value, go to the transform again, you find out the parts and click on the XML and just expand the table. You will find all columns and then you will have respective table format. So most of the times we just get the data from the internet or from the company side or from the another client side itself in the JSON and XML. So it's not key. Power BI is not familiar with JSON and XML sheet. This is just simpler example that we can convert any kind of data into the tabular format, and this is the tremendous feature given by Power BI. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. Now we can go to the home option. Now I can go to the close and apply stated earlier. Close and apply, it will apply all these steps and then apply, it will save all the option and close. If you will apply only, it will save all the necessary steps and will keep remain here itself in the query editor only, right? So we can go to the close and apply option and coming back to the this one, original data set. Right? How to save this option? You can have this save. You can go to the save option. Here we have save as. You can go to the save and this Power Query and desktop. So this the extension part is PBIX, and inside the PBIX we have desktop and just give any name like first file and then we can save on the desktop. Okay, we can close. Uh, we can remove the data, edit query, cool, going to the delete. quickly. Just delete this one and close and apply. Server, when you type, okay. Okay, there might be some ODBC or some other file, but it will be saved in the same Power BI desktop, dashboard, and another file format, right? Like I have saved all these stuff